Hi, I'm Symphoneers, and today we're taking a look at Delny, Streetwise Lookout in a Historic Brawl. Delny, pretty straightforward commander. We have a lot of small creatures or low power creatures that we want to double up the triggers of, and Delny also gives them evasion of a sort. They can, attack through anything with power 3 or greater. So basic idea is just we have like Solemn Simulacrums or whatever, get double triggers off of them, great. We have a couple of things that key off of them in that we have like a Welcoming Vampire. Delny will double up Welcoming Vampire's trigger, and then it's also looking for small creatures like Delny is, so that's handy. We have a bunch of 3-drops that exile things like Werefox Bodyguard and so on. Delny doubles those up, great form of removal. We have 1 or 2 Planeswalkers to break parity. This is a more responsible deck than I usually build in that there's a couple of sweepers in here. Don't put sweepers in your creature deck usually, but in white we have access to Settle the Wreckage and 1 or 2 sweepers that key off of creature power specifically, which is great with the Delny because we just are playing almost exclusively small creatures, so we can say like expel the interlopers for 3, our entire board survives, and more or less the entire opposing board, Thanos snap or whatever, they're gone. We have Rebel Rousing in the deck as well. We're not really playing Anthems. We want, just because they would power stuff up outside of Delny's range, so we just focus a little bit more on going wide than trying to buff up a wide board at all. We're playing a couple generically strong cards in like Smothering Tithe, Teferi's Protection, and so on. Delny does double up Esper's Sentinel's trigger, which is nice. And yeah, that's a lot of it covered. We have some card draw and acceleration, which is just like pretty standard deck building stuff. And I think that is more or less everything. Pretty simple mana-based Nykthos, a couple creature lands, etc, etc. If you like the deck tech and like the video, like, subscribe, etc, helps the channel a lot, and let's get on to some actual gameplay. This hand is a smidge clunky, but I don't hate it. In particular, if we can just naturally curve up to 3, Delny doubling up the Pilgrim's trigger is nice. The Pilgrim just grabs a plains or whatever. It's a worse ambitious farm hand. Hey, we hit 3 lands. Yeah, worse ambitious farm hand, still kind of playable and fine if you're doubling up the trigger. Helps ensure we curve up, and so on. Hallowed Priest does Hallowed Priest stuff, or, yeah. Pridemate gonna go Burr. Should maybe be holding up Reprieve. We do have the Settle the Wreckage in hand, so I'm not, like, too concerned about stuff happening. Heliod does, of course, have Indestructible, so it's one of those spots where the Bounty Agent not actually super duper useful. Let's do the Pilgrim of the Ages, double triggers, take actions. I forgot to mention the Panharmonicon and Elish Norn we also have in the deck to double up triggers. Yeah. Those are there. Cool story. Good talk, me. Yeah, so we do this stuff, we take them to 19. Delny's kind of weird in terms of how the games play out, because none of our creatures hit that hard. They, like, definitionally do not hit that hard in terms of what we're doing. But we do keep hitting them. And the evasion actually makes it fairly difficult for our opponent to block us, or whatever. Knight's Pledge is a weird one, but okay. I think I'm just going to take the 3 here. I think I would rather ephemerate the Sky Scanner, or something. File of Gladriel. Ooh. Maybe we just hold on to the ephemerate for the moment. Draw some cards, Bygone Bishop, etc, etc. Hold back the Pilgrim? I want to ephemerate the Sky Scanner. And probably start looking at holding up Settle the Wreckage. Oh, that mistake of a card. Resplendent Angel is like a solid 30% of why I hate life gain. That and Righteous Valkyrie. Or those two cards are a huge portion of why. Anyway. Past to blockers, we chump one of them. It's fine. Yeah, so my turn. I think we can just sort of greed and settle the wreckage. They can't block any of our creatures right now because of Delny. But yeah, we actually have a kind of instant speed control hand in the form of Reprieve, Settle, and Ephemerate. But yeah, the Settle here in particular is just kind of brutal, or it eats, you know, 3 or whatever turns of plays. Sure, Gandalf happens. All that stuff happens, and we exile all attacking creatures. There we go. Yay. Love to actually play good interaction. So yeah, we do that. We probably could have, like, reprieved the Gandalf. I think I'm more interested in reprieving. They just let Heliod stay exiled? Okay, no, sorry, that was just slow in resolving for whatever reason. Let's ephemerate the Sky Scanner now, too. Because, yeah, that will draw us 2 cards, and then we'll get the rebound for 2 more cards. Do enjoy the Panharmonicon. Takasi is welcome. Oh, what are we doing here? We want to hold up the reprieve, I think. Karn is very good. Bounty Agent. Just kill Gandalf. Just kill Gandalf, just a little bit, as a treat. Did I read the reshuffle ability? No. But listen. Why read? Yeah, Panharmonicon. I don't even know if I'm that concerned about the reprieve. Maybe I should be. Let's just do stuff. Just go. I think the Settle bought us just a ton of breathing room. Especially given that we have an Ossification in hand we can use to, you know, eat a Heliod or whatever, and they have no established card draw engines. They do have the Potion of Healing. Heliod gets slightly bigger, but is still not a creature because of low devotion. Replicating Ring, sure. I do feel like people kind of overplay Replicating Ring, just given... I think it needs a Proliferate synergy or something. Karn... Let's do this and start drawing 2 cards a turn.
How convenient. An excellent choice.
Smothering Tithe or a land, so we're getting the land, presumably. Oh, I don't think read that properly. I mean, I'll take it. We're maybe supposed to do the Bygone Bishop, actually, just because of the stuff we have down, but... I don't know. Listen, I'm just vibing and playing this weird Delny pile. Replicating Ring ticks up, opponent draws a card. I'm also just not feeling terribly pressured. Given, yeah, fair. So we, like, play Bygone Bishop, we draw cards, etc., etc. Maybe start activating Mishra's Foundry to clock them a bit more effectively, or we could have downticked Karn to produce a Karn Struct, and that gets us a couple of extra points of damage per turn. It's larger than Delny, so it doesn't get evasion, but that's fine. Anyway, good games to the opponent. This hand's functional, but not terribly exciting. I mean, the removal's good, but I don't know. I kind of just want to free mulligan and greed into... Yeah, I think this is better for us. Let's do the Sajiri Shelter as a tap land on one, just because it's a good time to play it. Do the Mind Stone on two. Sigarda Splendor. We can do that early. Might be a little bit awkward. It's either that or... Our mana doesn't really make doing it other stuff super appealing. Let's do the Welcoming Vampire, just because then we can play out Delny and get 2 cards off of playing them out. Delny, pardon me. Yeah, figures. That's one reason to... Right, that deals 2 damage. Okay. They sink 2 cards into taking out the Welcoming Vampire, sure. I might do Sigarda Splendor here. Just because if they have a handful of, like, burn or whatever, Sigarda Splendor is going to give us some cards in a way that is more difficult for them to interact with. Trigger is resolving. They're awake. Really was hoping for a land there. Just because being able to... Didn't want to flash that in response to the Splendor trigger. Okay, I'm just gonna fire off Dawn of a New Age here too to get cards happening. Karn Sign of Urza. No more planes, huh? Kind of hoping they shoot Delny. So just card draw and burn is the thing I'm getting from this. Hold up the Wandering Emperor here, maybe, probably. I guess I could have flashed stuff in to stop that. Yeah. We could do other stuff, but I kind of just like not doing other stuff. Great sentence, me. Our other options are like drawing some cards and durdling around a bit, which seems underwhelming. I'd prefer to deal with the thing that's generating value for them in this moment. This also lets us play around soft counters, I suppose. They might have actual factual counterspell or negate or something. Now we can play around to the Make Disappear, so that's nice. Exile the Fairy Mastermind.
I'm home.
We're probably holding the Settle for Niv. Oh, we can reprieve Niv. That's nice. So we would like to do what? We would like to Karn, because Karn just means we draw 2 cards a turn.
Good choice.
Both of those are great for us. We might actually prefer the File right now, because we're okay on cards, and we have cards that are card draw.
We've got the
But yeah, that gives the
fight.
Takasi as welcome. Evolving Wilds for the opponent, so they only have 6 mana, so if they play Niv, we can reprieve it. And, like, we won't get Spell Pierced or whatever in response. They're down to 4 cards in hand, so their ability to maneuver is presumably getting limited. Or like making Niv pretty appealing. No, no Niv. No Niv. That seems odd to me. Battle of Bywater. Right, this is 3 mana. I was one of our asymmetrical kill anything big sweepers. Wandering Emperor, uptick Karn.
I'll make use of that later.
Not totally sure what we want to do here. I get the impression that they're tedious enough that if we just play out Delny, they'll have a counterspell or something for it. Like, that seems like a reason they would hold up mana. So I kind of just want to, I don't know, do this stuff. We could really commit to it. I think I want to be able to play around, soft counters a bit more. Is their hand just bad? That is a distinct option. Reprieve the Niv. Not a counter. So yeah, Niv goes to hand. My turn. We keep drawing more cards. Sigarda's Splendor doing a lot of work this game, which is nice. Helps ensure we don't fall behind to the Izzet players, like card advantage and stuff. Declaration in Stone, handy. Counter on the Samurai, let's just do all the kind of autopilot stuff first. And then...
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Oh, I think I'm just gonna keep upticking Karn. I might start downticking shortly, because that seems just fine for us. Ooh, I'll take a Swords, actually, or I think we might start downticking to pull stuff from Exile. Sorry, what do we... Yeah, we have a File, Swords, and Dreamstone Hedron in Exile. All of those are great, so... yeah, might start doing some stuff. Let's do Delny here. Hi, Audio Evil. Good to see you, good to have you. Delny of the Knee. Hi, Brownie Man. We Sky Scanner, draw some cards. Ossification, Rabble Rousing's nice. We do a bonk. Niv is instant and sorcery, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't really want to toss anything else. I think we can just toss 4 lands. Niv Mizzet Parun. I miss this Niv Mizzet. That's ambitious. Whoa. Oh boy, is that ambitious. Buddy. You're playing Niv Mizzet. Like... Ooh. Oh. Oh, jeez. Yeah, yeah. We just drowned them in resources that game. That was a really good game in terms of us just, like, Sigarda Splendoring, I think literally every turn since we played it, and drawing another card every turn off of Karn, and doing this stuff, and that just gives us a ton of options for, like, yeah, that's fine. We just toss the Niv under an Ossification, Rabble Rousing probably here to, like, start having a real board to pressure them with, and so on, and yeah. Anyway, good games to the opponent. This hand is thoroughly okay. Again, I mostly wish we had a 2-drop or something. Maybe we just keep this, because, yeah, if they're not pressuring us a lot super early, Sigarda Splendor is nice card draw. Elspeth also can be good for incremental advantage. If they have mana rocks, and stuff, Loran is handy. Cruel Celebrant, okay. Play out Delny. Delny gonna get murdered. Zobbling Hombi. Okay. Love playing into Black X removal deck. Totally cool and good, and not at all the only thing I play against in Standard. No, I did get Boris the other day for like the first time in a week, so that was something. But yeah. Not a huge fan. Elspeth Resplendent. Rune of Sustenance. I think I'm going to Elspeth here. Just because they only have the Cruel Celebrant on board, and the Cruel Celebrant can only ding Elspeth for 1, so she'll survive. If we do Clockwork Servant, it won't draw a card because we haven't paid Adamant for it, so I think I just want to toss out the Priest of Ancient Lore. It's also a very fine blocker with a shield counter on it versus small creatures, so we get a card. And that is okay. Then we can start upticking Elspeth shortly. I think we go for like Vigilance, then Flying, then whatever. They need specifically Exile removal to bypass shield counters. I don't know if that's like super important for them. They opt to mortify the Sigarda Splendor. Okay. That's kind of fine. I mean, we would have liked to keep it around, but not... Yeah, it is fine. Let's do
this together.
Vigilance and do a Mind Stone. Absolutely mortifying. Aren't you glad you mortified my incremental card advantage and not my thing that makes a board for me? No, all of these are decent hits. I think Assemble the Players might be the thing I go for, just because Assemble the Players lets us snowball. Even though it's like one of the smaller cards there, it is... Future Sights are pretty good. We hit the opponent for 3. Maybe do First Strike. Hi, Teysa. Good to see you, good to have you. How was your death? Do this, do...
This is your fight.
First Strike on the Priest of Ancient Lore. We could have Miria's Call. We have enough mana for that. Maybe we just Amiria's Call. It's not terribly exciting, but I mean, it's 2 4/4 flyers. Like, it works. It's fine. Bonk. Sangromancer. Seems okay-ish. We can Delny. And we can double up on Fairgrounds Warden. Get the Sangromancer and Teysa. And they will, yep, want to do that. We will do, I don't know, Flying, so they can't jump block
Show
this.
'em what you got.
Just, this priest is getting absolutely swole. Our evasion doesn't let our little dorks bypass the cruel celebrant, so just do this. Planes on top. We do wabing, and we do wabang bong. Opponent to 7. So they are going to need to do some stuff. Fumigate, sure. That qualifies as some stuff. Delny to the command zone. Ultra Swole Priest doing some work. Let's downtick Elspeth again and see what we can grab.
I've made plenty of connections.
I do kind of just like Werefox Bodyguard. Grab the Sangromancer, let our priest attack. I don't even know if I really want to replay Delny right now. I'm kind of okay just like Loran the Mind Stone. Or force them to, no, they let that happen. Rune of Sustenance on the priest just for card draw so we can get everyone's friend, Craig. That, I wish I manually tapped that because then we would be able to play Sigrid on their turn. But this is fine. Okay. The hot tech for our deck. Pardon me as brain. Yeah, it makes sense to just do this. The ---- is going to bypass the counters thing. Am I that concerned about them gaining life? I don't think so, or I mean it's a little bit annoying. I think I still like doing that though. Priest just continuing to carry this game on its back. I like that our opponent has had really good answers for what we're doing, and we're still just kind of like, sure, whatever. Next. Going to manually tap this, because otherwise things will be annoying. Craig, decline. I don't know if they'll actually attack here, because priest is huge. I went to school with an iron, Craig. No. Opponent to 13. I don't know if we get a lot of equity out of just firing off the Sigrid. Doing a think, doing
I know
a
there's
think.
a hero inside you.
Flying. We do this, we do this. We draw a card with this Mind Stone to get the Guardian Idol off the top. Nothing happens. Hi, Kasim Boo Boo. Good to see you, good to have you. How do you do? We do this. Our little human token has evasion from Delny, which is handy. We generate some more nerds. This all happens. Kind of surprised that they don't chump the priest, because they are at 5 now. Yeah, I guess we could have gotten another point of damage. That's fine, though. Or I think I'm... Let's do this. Because listen, good as time as any to use Sigrid. Decline, I don't know, maybe we're supposed to take that action. I think we're just going to kill them. Okay. Guardian Idol becomes a 2/2. How do we want to do
Let's
this?
do
Just
this
flying again. You figure it out! Woo! They have to throw the Sangromancer under the priest. Bunch of other stuff has evasion. They can block 2 things. But yeah, unless I totally goofed it, we're fine and we do a murder. First strike happens. And then yeah, rest of the damage resolves and we take them to -3. Or -2 rather. Good games to the opponent. For dealing with a... Yeah, nope. Okay. Miss multiple land drops versus Yarok thing is like, well, not interested. The wrinkles add character. This is a solid hand. Or I will take it. Just early acceleration and card draw. Modi, our opponent, also with early acceleration, and they're on the play, so we'll see how we hold up. Elvish Mystic just dings in for a point of damage, so that's good for us overall. Azusa, Azusa. It's such a strange feeling to know you're alive. It's such an awful feeling. Dying inside. Do, 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 do. Anyway, Delny and Mindstone and things. No, Craig. Craig, stay rock. Everyone love rock. Gallic Readers for the opponent. They're having a relatively slow start for Modi. Or I feel like relatively slow with like the Azusa's misfiring and the Gallic Readers and etc, etc. So, you know, I'll take it. Pay Adamant on the Clockwork Servant, get a draw 2. Mentor of the Meek is handy. How do we want to do stuff? Tome of Legends? Draw a card. Eh. If they want to trade 2 pieces of acceleration for Delny, I think that's probably favorable for us. Zeus's flips, Gallic Reader's fires. They finally hit blue mana, Emoti happens. And they roll into Long List of the Ents. It's fine. No? Alright. I'm glad my gnome has a fan. We would like to do what? We would like to shoot a Modi, and I'm just going to sorcery speed this because... Yeah, then, I don't know, assemble the players. We could do, like, Mentor of the Meek here. I don't know if I'm terribly excited about that. I'd like to... Okay. Esper Sentinel is nice. We immediately get some value off of stuff, which is good. Probably not attacking with Delny here, just because I think the trade with Gallic Readers is worse for us. Maybe we just play defense. Our mana's been a little bit clunky, but our acceleration has helped it not be too big of an issue, kind of falling behind. Galta. Hi, Galta. How are you doing? How are the kids? Welcoming Vampire off the top. Land from hand. Maybe should have done Rabble Rousing, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. We can do this, do the file, and do Dawn of a New Age. Yeah, we didn't get Rabble Rousing down, so I'm just gonna no attacks again. We're probably taking at least one hit from Gulta. Ossification on top is good. Stick Gulta under it. Yeah, stick Gulta under it, fire off Rabble Rousing. That's probably what I'm looking at right now. They cascade into Llanowar Elves, sure. They certainly have a lot of ramp or acceleration or whatever. I mean, I guess letting them have Gulta's not ideal. I don't know, no blocks. Let's do... yeah, just rabble rousing. I think our ability to, like, chump them and stall gets just a lot better with rabble rousing down, especially if we take out their trampler. Because, yeah, we do that. Play out Giver of Runes. Proc from Welcoming Vampire. We're fine attacking with you, we're fine attacking with you. Delny, again, we don't want to trade for the Gallic Readers, so yeah, I think we just go with these. Bing bong, opponent to 24. Draw another card off of Dawn of Hope. Bunch of card draw and stuff in hand. Our opponent has a Horror. Vorinclex. This is the gross one, right? We do that. We play a Mentor of the Meek and draw a card. Get the Arcane Signet into hand. We go attack. We could be a little bit more aggressive here, but we got a Smothering Tithe down. Bunch of Mentor triggers. I would like the Nyx. That is relevant to my interests. I would like the dog. That is also relevant to my interests. We can play the Fiend Hunter off the top, so we don't need to do this here. And this is okay. Yeah, those clank off of each other. Doot. Oh, we don't have Nick though, or we hit a land drop for the turn. Whoops. Okay. In that case, I would like to Arcane Signet. That is fine. That works. Maybe I'm thinking about how to play around this wrong, but anyway, Fiend Hunter. We get Vorinclex is the big one, and then Emoti is the other one that we're interested in removing. The rest of their board doesn't especially matter. And yeah, we have to deal with the awkward mana thing for a minute. Ooh, Swords. Swords is good if they have a way to deal with our Fiend Hunter. The Smothering Tithe here also might help us play around the tapped land stuff. Or like if they kill the Fiend Hunter and get Vorinclex back, we can just Swords it, which is handy. Nyx should help too. The for sure Brownie Man in chat mentioning Zopendrol. Okay. Do we want to just fry this while we can? This is probably fine. Like, they tapped out for this. It just doubles, or pardon me, is it triples? It does goofy stuff. Double power and toughness of each creature. Yeah, it makes their unimpressive board relevant, and I don't want that. map the Calagreators explore. Do we want to tap Nyx to get Goofy Mentor of the Meek triggers? I feel like yes, maybe, probably. We do have a Giver of Runes too, it's probably worth noting, so like we can defend our Fiend Hunter really well, which is nice. Nick the Shrine to Nyx. Well, let's just go. 3, 2, 1, let's jam, etc, etc. Charming Prince. Gain 3 life. Sorry, we don't actually have any Great Blank targets right now. Yeah, I probably could have played out the Spirited Companion first. I don't know, I also don't hate just gaining life, so we're less likely to get blown out. Autopay. Decline. Dog. I don't think we need to do the Mentor card draw anymore. Just with how the rest of our hand is working. Getting Karn down would be nice, getting Acceleration down also probably, like, vaguely responsible. Boromir, speaking of vaguely responsible, just insulate our board against... I guess they're much more likely to have bounce things, so it's actually not that great, but I don't know. Might be handy. Oh, Boromir good against the Cascade, actually, sorry, if cast with the no mana spent to cast it. So it's a relevant hate piece, even if the indestructible thing is not amazing here. Yeah, protection against Emodi's text box. Toss the rune on kinda whatever. Giver doesn't take mana, right? Yeah. Doot. Next. We do this, we yeet all these friends into them, because all of this is fine. We could attack with... I'm just gonna do this. Got 6 rabble-rousing procs. Mentor goes burr. Yeah, they do need, like, a bounce wrath here, too, I think, not just get overwhelmed by stuff. We lifelink a bit, go to 15. Dawn of a New Age fires, draws us a card, and gains 4, so we're back up to 20, which is good. Smothering Tithe fires, feeling very confident about our position at the moment. Yeah, Giver being able to protect the Fiend Hunter and insulate against a potential sort of blowout is good. We also, of course, have Nyx, Nykthos, rather, to just do stuff. Which is nice. Tatyova, Benthic Druid. Do. Yep. Tatyova happens. Smothering Tithe happens. They do actually pay for it with the Elvish Mystic. They map up Tatyova, or Tatyova Explorers again, rather. They get land into hand, and they explode, because they don't have, I don't know, a Cyclonic Rift or whatever for stalling. But yeah, once again, we just establish value generators. Our interaction is real punchy, like taking out Vorinclex and Emodi. We have a little bit of jail tech there too, with like Boromir, Giver of Runes, making all this safer too. We are, yeah, really nicely positioned that game, which is neat. Good games to the opponent. Thank you for watching the video, and an extra big thank you to the Patreon patrons and YouTube members that help make these videos possible. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.